What's going on, y'all? Coach Jay back at you with another video. Just wanted to talk about the Bivol Canelo fight over the weekend. I know you all saw it, and you're probably all, some people are shocked, some people are not. But I want to talk about the keys to the victory and some other things, right? So my first thought, I'm in the backyard. So if you hear some noise, my daughter's in the background. So, she's running around doing her thing, so having fun. Anyway, so Bivol's performance. Let's talk about that, right? Because we know Canelo does what he does. So for me personally, looking at the fight before it happened, it was going to be about what Bivol was going to do to win the fight. And we knew before this that he was a good boxer, had good footwork, very technical, has decent power, but doesn't try to knock guys out. He's more of a technical, wear you down type of guy. And he basically he fought the way he would normally fight. And he did it with discipline and just his technical ability. I think if anybody questioned what was going to happen is whether he was going to show up to his normal fight ability, right? It wasn't going to be about, just like most fighters against, Canelo or someone on a higher level than them in terms of the public opinion, is going to be about whether they're going to show up and fight the way that we know they can fight, because that's always really the question mark. And that's what he did. He didn't try to go out of character, right? He used his jab. He maintained distance, and that's what a lot of people aren't talking about. He maintained the distance that was advantageous for him and not so much for Canelo. Canelo really wanted to get in, and at times he did, but Bivol didn't stay there too long. And also he used flurries to deter Canelo from continuing to punch, right? And I think that was the game plan, that if anybody was going to have to execute and be successful at it, it was going to be Bivol, right? He was going to be the one to do it. And there were other fighters who had a style, right, to be able to beat Canelo, but they didn't press the issue. They didn't push their style to the next level and stay disciplined, or Canelo was able to wear them down or get them caught, or there was some other controversy that would allow the judges to swing it in Canelo's way, right? Like Triple G, for instance, in the first fight. A lot of people think he lost it. I think, Canelo lost that fight and Triple G won. So, and Bivol had a similar attack in terms of using the jab consistently to keep Canelo thinking, right? Keep him busy, keep him working around something. A lot of other guys who fought Canelo didn't do that. Billy Joe had an opportunity to do it, but he fell prey to, getting cracked and, ultimately being stopped. Lara had a good fight against Canelo, but controversially lost it. Some people thought Canelo lost that as well, but also it was at a lower weight class. So a guy who was smaller doing that against a growing Canelo who was going to eventually be able to get up to, say 160, 168, when Lara was going to probably top out at middleweight at best and still not be the biggest guy there. So, so kudos to Bivol for the win. Where does he go from here? I mean, he's a career light heavyweight, so he's going to be doing his thing there. He's probably not moving anywhere else to fight any other, fights below that, right? So this is really about Canelo trying to campaign up and collect belts and do something historic. And Canelo didn't succeed, but you got to give him credit for trying. He dared to be great. This was not a fluke of a fight. This was a legit fight, and he legitimately lost it. But he's still one of the best in the sport. And he's still got a lot of other fights to be made that we're going to be excited about. So, we shouldn't down a guy for a loss, right? A loss is a learning opportunity. And there's still so many other things that can be done in the sport of boxing for him. So, let's see what else he does. And I'm excited to see where it goes, the Triple G fight was supposed to be the next fight in the campaign, but, does this spoil the Triple G fight? I don't know, right? I don't know. Do we want to settle business with Triple G, right? If I'm a fan, right? But from the point of view of the sport of boxing, do we want to see a third fight to settle it the way it needs to be settled? I don't know. So let's see what happens. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think about the fight? And do you want to see the rematch, right? That's another thing. Do you want to see the Canelo Bivol rematch? Would it be any different? I don't think so. Bivol's got his number, bigger man, great skills. Just, I think Canelo tops out at 168. That's it for him. All right, peace, y'all. See y'all in the next one.